Whew. So I haven't had long today to practice, but that's partially because I am shooting these knockless arrows. So as you see, it's just a stick. The only difference is there's a head on it. So these have been shot a little bit already, so they look a little bit shot up. But they're also fletchless as well. So this is one of my normal arrows. Tip, feather, knock. Quite standard. Tip, nothing. The little bit on the end is so I can grab onto it. That's the only adjustment I've made. And then one of the shafts, it's a little bit fatter. I've cut a small groove into the end of it. So that's the only real difference. So I'm going to be shooting some knockless arrows. I'm going to be dry firing for sure today. So that's why I've got really light bow today. Really light. Only 20 pounds. Not heavy at all. And instead, because I'm shooting knockless arrows, it means I need to hold on to them. So I've got my modified glove today that I've made over the weekend. A little bit cut up. I don't think I've been using the actual end of the finger point on any part of the string. Instead it's been just cutting it off slowly. So that's fine with me. So I've just been using the center part. So what I've done is it's kangaroo leather. I've just stitched it on, threaded it on very crudely, but it does the job. This is mostly for the my 40-pound bow. Originally this is, I do believe, deer skin, and it's so light. I can barely hold on to it. So today let me shoot some arrows down the target, and I'll see how they are. My warm-ups were pretty quick because I didn't bring my band. Plus this is only 20 pounds. I would almost say don't try this at home, but I'm out in public at the moment, so I'm nothing to go by. But probably don't try this out in public. So that's how it looks on the string. Okay, so that last one was a dry fire, which I did expect. That I seem to be shooting low. These are very heavy, plus also my wooden arrows are very heavy as well. These are not what I normally shoot, so these are probably over the 400 spined if I was to put this into a carbon range. So aiming that's height level to the target, these are obviously dropping low. I kind of expected that, like I said, and they are on an angle because I'm assuming they're going around the arrow pass. I'm not actually sure. I should probably straighten up my hand and see what happens. Only my second try. Yesterday I shot 30 arrows only. So I've got my bracer on, my arm guard, just because I'm simply not too keen on slapping myself today as well. Okay, now I'm a little bit scared because I've dry fired two. I go for like a half draw or something now. They're still under. One is on top. I compensated. So I just unstrung my bow and restrung it. Just in case. Yeah, this looks very bad, but I had to cut off the end point of my club. So I should also just quickly reference that I'm going for a half draw at the moment, and that's about it. Okay, we're all on the target at the moment, I guess it's not too bad. Let me just re-angle it, definitely under, and like nothing's optimized for a half draw at the moment, so see if we can get to a full draw today. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is my pointer finger doesn't want to curl up, so it looks like that when I've got the shaft on the string, dangled on the string. So the pointer finger is kind of pushing it out the way, or it must be doing something, because when I'm curling it, it seems to be slightly less like feeling of a dry fire. I'm kind of going off feeling, because like I said, these are the ones without anything on them. So it looks like on there, on the string, that's going to be very hard to imitate this, but it's on the string and my finger's pointing, so the middle finger is going under and then the pointer finger goes under that, and the pointer finger's not touching the string, just touching the arrow, holding it with the thumb, so they're kind of keeping it in place, and then the middle finger is the one that's actually drawing. So if I extend the pointer finger out, there's not as much contact around the base of the shaft, there's more contact around the end. I feel like that might be, when I release I might push it out the way of the string, that might be causing the dry fire, I'm not sure. I'm not going to test that, but I'm just going to be curling up my finger a little bit more now. Okay, on that dry fire I just realised I was gripping too much with my thumb and pointer finger, so I must be controlling the arrow instead of controlling the string and the arrow, so I must have pushed it out the way, I think. So I just restringed my bow real quick again, just in case. So to just reiterate to myself what I'm focusing on, the half draw, and then also the fingers, pointer finger curled under, the middle finger, all the contact of the string should be on there. Okay, I'm getting the hang of the loading. I can easily see why this is probably the fast method I've ever done, but that's not what I'm focusing on. Yeah, that was a little bit easier. That arrow with the groove in it, a little bit hard because it feels awkward when it's not, the string isn't lined up in the groove. And I'm kind of scared to shoot it if it isn't lined up in the groove. Might try the wooden arrows as well. This is a reference for the grouping again, kind of aligned, but like it doesn't really matter. This is a half draw and my mind's kind of compensating anyway. So what I'm doing, half draw, curling pointer finger down onto the middle finger only contacting the string. Okay, now I'm going to try the wooden arrows. They're a little bit bigger. They fly a little better, I reckon. Okay, they definitely fly better, but that's probably because they're lighter. So maybe this is something I should take more consideration when shooting these, is if you look at the shaft diameter, we got one that's a lot smaller, one that's a lot bigger than that. I have cut these down slightly differently, so that is definitely why. Actually, no, yeah, the biggest one is the slightly shorter one, and that's the cut shaft. And those are the woods. The woods are by far bigger. a lot easier, more contact on the string, and a little bit lighter than, well, I feel like a lot lighter. I haven't tested how heavy these are. And I haven't even tested actually how heavy these are when they cut down like this. But I'm liking the wood so far. I'm letting my mind take over a little bit during the shot, so they're actually hitting the target now. Plus these are the lighter ones, a little bit easier, but I'm trying not to change too much. Okay, one more end and I'm going to switch over to my cachet because I don't want to mess up my form too much. This is quite fun though. I see probably 3/4 draw, see how far I can get it. Wish me luck. Okay, definitely no full draw after that first one. I gotta say, one quick advantage is this is a nice full guide for where I place my feet. Okay, straight up I feel how bulky the handle is on this bow in comparison to a 20-pound one, so it makes me definitely think a little bit more. Okay, the first set was ranged poorly at 30 meters. I thought I was under the 10 on the butt, the number, but I was actually under the pavement. So it's very jarring shooting this from going from 20 pounds as well. Plus I'm going to keep my glove on, so adds that extra spice factor. So I thought I'd take the camera down just to show you where I'm aiming at. I'm aiming at this pavement right here, just under it. And that gets me roughly there. It's only my second end after ranging, so... Okay, the glove's coming off. Time to get serious. To explain what I'm doing, I'm trying not to curl up my wrist when shooting, so it gives me almost no anchor point. It's very hard. Something that I just thought about when shooting those knockless arrows is my knocking points aren't exactly straight. That would definitely have an impact, but I was just thinking what happens if they were slipping up because of the knocking point not being straight, because I was knocking just above on the other bow as well. So maybe I'll try a new knocking point, or I might just knock under.